Darkwatch was released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. Due to poor sales, plans for a PC release and possible sequel were shelved by Capcom. That's a real pity because playing as a vampire in an old Western setting was very unique for its time. Despite this, PC gamers can play both versions via emulation. The PS2 version can be emulated through PCSX2 and the Xbox version through Xemu. PCSX2 is a very mature emulator, so it has an advantage over Xemu. For those of you who are curious, both emulators can run the game from start to finish, but there are a few things to take note of. Firstly, pre-rendered cinematics don't work on the Xbox emulator, appearing completely black, although sound is left intact. A lot of the story is told through these cinematics, so it's a bit disappointing. In-game cutscenes appear to be running flawlessly though, just like PCSX2. And I couldn't find any bugs, except here when switching to vampire vision. It's very minor and inconsequential to gameplay. Apart from that, Darkwatch ran flawlessly on both emulators, with no slowdowns or crashes. You may notice the lack of widescreen on the Xbox version however. On original hardware, neither version supports widescreen, but PCSX2 achieves this through its proprietary hack, which can easily be enabled. As far as visuals are concerned, you'll notice that cutscenes have letterboxes on the Xbox version. It's a little distracting but not a deal breaker. The PS2 version has motion blur, which was standard for the system. This can make the graphics somewhat blurrier when compared to the sharper Xbox version. I used the Xbox 360 controller in both instances. From experience I can tell you that the default controls felt a bit too sensitive on PCSX2, so aiming was more challenging than it should be. This seems to be a game issue, not an emulation issue, so it may be a good idea to dial the sensitivity down. So in this case PCSX2 is the winner, but Xemu is progressing quite nicely as an emulator. I'm sure the issue with pre-rendered cinematics will be fixed sooner rather than later. But that's all for this video. If you found this mildly entertaining or educational, please give a like. Until next time, goodbye.